Am I too boring? Are you too boring? Is my channel too boring? Am I too boring? Is my YouTube channel too boring? Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brianne. Am I too boring? Are you too boring? Well, that's the question I am posing here. Well, I've got to thinking about my YouTube channel. And, my YouTube channel is primarily about wisdom as I see it. Now, for most people, the subject of wisdom is a pretty boring subject. Not for me, I love wisdom. And yet for most, I think it's kind of boring. And so from that standpoint, am I boring? Perhaps. Where do I make my videos? Do I get out there and do all kinds of wild and crazy things? Or am I in the same spot primarily day in and day out? I'm pretty much right here each day when I do my videos because, well, I'm a full-time college student. Much of my work is done here at home. And I'm a mom of 3 young adult kids and a wife. I'm a runner and so much more. And I'm an artist. And most of all of that I do at home or near home. And so my videos tend to come from home. So does that make me boring? Probably. So what about my thumbnails? I talk a lot about the importance of thumbnails. And I make most of my thumbnails. Well, I actually make all of my thumbnails. Now, not all of my videos have thumbnails, but most do if I have time. Now, some people spend hours making a thumbnail. I spend probably less than 5 minutes making one. And the people that spend hours, they probably get more views based upon their thumbnail. So are my thumbnails boring? Probably. So does that make me boring as well? Probably not, because I'm not a boring person at all. And yet if I was, I'm okay with that. In other words, it's okay to be considered boring. My channel is not for everyone, but it's for the right people that like what I present. And so if some consider that boring, well, then perhaps it is boring to them. But for others, it may not be. So to each his own. I don't go around worrying about, am I a boring person? Number one, I know I'm not, but even if I was, I would be okay with that because that's who I am. Some people are just low-key. Some people like to do the same things over and over again. And that's perfectly fine. Some people like all that excitement and all that movement and all that craziness, and that's fine too. It's whatever works for you. With my YouTube channel, I have 4 channels. And I have one called Grandma's Adventures, which really I haven't done a whole lot with yet, because that's kind of being reserved for that part of me that gets adventurous, that maybe buys a Jeep and goes off-road Jeeping. And so maybe I will have different scenarios and different backgrounds. But for right now, because most of my college work, my artwork, my family, and everything else that I do is here at home. So if some consider me boring, that's perfectly fine. I know some channels do all kinds of exciting things to attract viewership, but that's not necessarily me. And so for me, I'm just me, and I enjoy being me. There was one lady I watched for quite a few years. I shouldn't say many years, but for quite a few years on YouTube until she passed on. And she usually came in from her kitchen, just like I do. And she had a tremendous amount of viewers. Her content was nothing exciting. She told stories or she just talked, but people loved her. They absolutely loved her. Some would have considered her boring or a boring channel. She didn't even do thumbnails, I don't think. I don't think she did thumbnails. And so it was her content and it was her that they loved. So if I'm boring, I'm boring. If I'm not, I'm not. It doesn't matter to me. So don't worry about being boring, because worry more about well, don't worry, but be happy. And if you're happy being the way you are or doing things the way you do, then be happy with that. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe to Diana Brianne Fairchild, which is about 3,400 videos, my original channel. Grandma's House with Diana Brianne Fairchild, Grandma's Porch with Diana Brianne Fairchild, and Grandma's Adventures with Diana Brianne Fairchild. May God bless you. I hope to talk to you soon again. And from Grandma's Porch to wherever you're at, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Grandma's Porch, a place to relax.